morning, afternoon, wherever part of the world you are. Thank you for tuning in. Tea with me. My name is Marvic Jay, and I'll be your host for today's episode. As you all know, the show is about we bring people that have suffered from FGM and any sexual violence. Today I have with me, I was going through YouTube and actually found a video about a lady named F.A. Cole. And I'm not going to talk about the video, just take a look at it.
Hello, and welcome to LifeAfter FGM. My name is F.A. Cole, and I was given this divine idea to start a magazine called LifeAfter FGM, which will be used as a platform for survivors of female genital mutilation and other forms of sexual violence to share the story of life after. On July 3, 1973, I was born. I was beautiful. I was innocent. But 6 years later, I was sexually molested repeatedly by two adult men. And every time they molested me, this is what happened to me. A part of me got ripped off. Yes, ripped off, turned off, and thrown in the gutter. There were some mornings when I woke up unable to urinate because my vagina had swollen to twice its size. But guess what? I survived it. At age 11, I was forced to undergo female genital mutilation. Again, a part of me was ripped off, my sexuality restructured, and it can never be restored. This is what happened. Well, guess what? Again, I survived.
Yes, I was fortunate enough to get her on my show and actually purchased one of her books called Distant Sunrise. It's on Amazon, as you can see. And the strength in her pain to forgive. I mean, nobody else can tell us more about what she went through rather than F.A. Cole. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome F.A. Cole.
Thank you for having me.
As I was going through the book, the first thing that actually caught my mind was the title, Distant Sunrise. Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration to the title?
Well, Distant Sunrise, when God told me to actually put my life on paper, the message Distant Sunrises, you wake up in the morning or, in the evening, the first thing you see in the morning is the sunrise in the distance. And to me, it represents hope, a new beginning. So when God gave me the title Distant Sunrise, it lets me and other people like myself know that as long as you wake up in the morning and you see the sunrise in the distance, it lets you know that there is hope.
Oh, I mean, I can so see that now. But according to the cover, you say the strength in her pain to forgive. I mean, can you please explain that to me? Because sometimes I was like, how can I find strength in my pain? And forgiveness is a real big thing to do, depending on what you've been through. Mm-hmm. So can you please elaborate on that?
Well, the strength is not from your strength. You're not drawing from you, you're drawing from God. Okay. That's where that comes in, the strength. Nehemiah 18 says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. So you're drawing from God. That's why if you're outside of the will of God and you've gone through so many things in life, there's no way you can overcome it. But if you are in God, you draw from His strength. And within your pain, because the strength of God is available, you find the strength in that pain to forgive the people who hurt you.
Wow. By the way, you look amazing. I must comment on your clothes and your makeup. It looks good.
Thank you. Well, just a shout out to Cameras Collection for producing this fabulous bring that I'm wearing. And of course, my girl Tammy from Still Standing World Inc. You can find her on Facebook, and Cameras is on the World Wide Web at cameras.com.
Okay. Now, can you please elaborate just some of the few things you went through in this book? Not all, because I want people to go on Amazon to actually purchase the book.
Well, like I said, I'm on the show Tea with Me, and it's all about life after FGM. I'm a survivor of female genital mutilation. For those of you who may not know about it, if you just Google female genital mutilation, you have lots of stuff come up. And you can also visit my website, facole.org. I was 11 actually when it happened, my sister and I. My sister was 13, I was 11. It's when they go in and they amputate your clitoris because they believe that It will make you a better wife for your husband and also control your sexuality. And also, I've overcome other forms of sexual violence. When I was 6, I was sexually molested by 2 men who were in their 20s, and I've survived rape. So I've survived all of this. That's why my book, I know, will minister to a lot of people. It's not just about sharing my story, it's also about talking about the unconditional love of God and the transforming power of God. And there are other things that I've also done, but I'm not going to spoil that. I want people to actually pick up the book and read, because it ministers to not just people who've survived female genital mutilation or sexual violence, abortion, prostitution. I've been there, I've done it all. So pick up the book and you'll be blessed from reading my story.
She's actually correct on that part. You need to get the book. When I got this book, it touched me, I must say. And I want to share a story with you too, because I went to Sierra Leone in 2007 per se. And there are people who actually died going through this FGM, female genital mutilation. And it's really sad. But now I think the government passed a law that you gotta be 18 before you can get into it. But who's to know, because we're not even there. And tell us a little bit about yourself, not only the FGM, your personal life. Like, you single, married, I believe you have a son, right?
Yes, he's my joy. I have a son who will be 21 on the 24th of June. Single or married, I'm just going to leave that. I'm not going to talk about that.
Girls are out there, look at 21, he's going to be legal.
Yes, I love him. He's he's my biggest supporter. Usually when I go to places to share my story, because I get invited to talk about what I've been through, I remember asking him on several occasions, are you ashamed when they talk about having slept with men for money? He said, well, I used to be, but not anymore, because you're telling your story to encourage other people out there who might have done those things and think that God will never forgive them. So yeah, he's my pride and joy, and I love him.
Well, hey, all mothers out there should love their son, and it gets better when they actually are supportive to what it is that you're doing. And actually have him on in the studio today. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Leland. So Leland, you're like the right-hand man to your mother. So how does it feel knowing your mother's story and being next to her through everything? And I know you must be having some negative vibes coming from friends or on the internet. How do you go about it? How do you live with that?
One thing I've come to learn is the aspect of that she always talks about is forgiveness. Through her story, it's also helped me out a lot, because we didn't grow up, we've always went through struggles. But, I remember writing a poem one day in church about her, how throughout all the pain, all the struggle that we went through, my mom was always strong enough to tell me, Leland, is always going to be that better day, whatever we're going through now, Papa God will make a new one, we always went through that. So it's always that I'm proud to be her son, to see what she's doing and the kind of lives that she's going out to change through the writing of her Distant Sunrise book.
Wow, that was touching. Now, you're 21 again, right?
Yeah.
And he is actually your manager?
Yeah, he's my agent. He's my manager.
So he's 21, single, I think, and mom's manager, and they're gonna do big things, changing life out there. Thank you for coming to the show. I see that both of you have like a purple and ribbon on. What is all that about?
This is about the assignment that God gave me in LifeAfter FGM. It's about a platform for survivors of female genital mutilation and other forms of sexual violence to share the exceptional story of life after. Because my thing is, as long as you're a survivor, you have a story to tell. So we'll be using this platform to just broadcast that even though I may have been mutilated, even though I may have been raped, even though I may have been sexually violated, as long as I'm alive, there is a life after all the traumas that I've been through. So the color purple represents royalty. We are all children of God. And we use white. I decided to use white for purity because Jesus Christ came, he died for you and me. And no matter what have been done to us, Jesus Christ, as long as we accept him as Lord, his blood washes every dirt, everything that's not supposed to be in our lives, and he makes us pure for purity and royalty. Oh, and I did bring one for you, so this is for you. If you don't mind, I can actually come in.
Okay. Oh, that one is for me. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a few commercial and we'll be right back.
Ane ka program putu na Yesu. Marina bibi woman.
Don't get me started, right? You always gonna try to mess with me, right?
Hey! You gonna kill me! Let me go, Mom!
Babe. What's it happening?
Adigin badi.
Getting back in?
How come ça soak?
Take the sweat. It's okay, we got you, okay? How do you know? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Marvic Jay, and welcome to the show Tea with Me. I have F.A. Cole here, an entrepreneur and activist on FGM. She's an author of the book Distant Sunrise. It's on Amazon. Make sure you get it. It's a real good book. The Strength in Her Pain to Forgive. Make sure you get it. Now, I want to share another story with you, F.A. I really do have some friends who actually are victim of sexual violence. But I always see that they are not as bold enough as you are to actually come out and say, this is the person that did this to me. Do you think they will ever get past that stage?
The only way they can actually get past that stage, like I always thought, there's nothing that I talk about that I don't mention God, that I don't mention the saving grace of God. If you are a child of God, you've given your life to Christ, you know that all things have passed away, right? Behold, all things have become new.
Yes.
Yeah. So if the old things that were in you, that had happened to you, and now passed away, you are now a new creation in the sight of God. They should stop seeing themselves as the world sees them, but they should begin to see themselves as God sees them. Because when God looks down at us, he sees us through his eyes. We're pure. God hates sin, but he doesn't hate us, the sinners. So no matter what have been done to them, yes, I didn't get to where I am in a day. You know, I had the gift of writing. I didn't even know it was a gift. I just used to write. So the first thing I'll tell them to do is just write. Write. Get angry. Get angry at God. Talk to God. He's your father. He listens. Just pick up a pen and a piece of paper and just write. Or you do what I do. I stand in front of my mirror, naked, the way I came into the world. And I just talk and talk and talk. And you can cry and you can weep. Because like I said, the tears, they cleanse your soul. So that's one of the ways to talk, because not everybody will be comfortable to come to you, because the thing is, we get judged. Oh, it's because of it that happened to you. Maybe it's because of the way you were dressed, that's why you were raped. Maybe because you invited them into your life, that's why they raped you. You know, I've been raped by somebody who was my boyfriend. I didn't invite him to rape me, but it happened. So we don't invite them to come in and abuse us. So the only thing I can say is, just start looking at yourself through the eyes of God, write him letters, write God letters. You don't have to mail them, just write. He knows. Go in your closet and cry until you can cry no more. And the next thing you do, you first forgive yourself, and then you forgive the people that have hurt you. Because until we forgive ourselves, we may never be able to forgive those who hurt us.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean, me personally, forgiveness is one of the hardest things for me to do, because I don't know, maybe because I'm a man, or because, African men, we don't forgive that easily. But I sense it in your voice that you've gone through a lot, and you're making me catch so many emotions right now that I don't even want to catch right now. Now, on the interview with the doctors, and I believe they offer you something.
Yeah, it's an organization called Clitoraid. What they do is constructive surgery for women who've gone through female genital mutilation. They contacted me. I'm sure they read about me somewhere, and they asked if I could partner with them. And I said, sure, why not? We're all in this fight to end the female genital mutilation. And I passed the offer off. My stuff has been through so much. Rape, sleeping with men for money, abortion, female genital mutilation. I'm just gonna leave that girl the way she is, okay? I don't want any constructive or reconstructive surgery. So maybe they can give mine to somebody else, because they offered to do mine if I wanted it. But I said, no, thank you.
I honestly have to give you credit, because the way you're handling your situation, I mean, I would not be able to handle it that way. My head just hurts right now, because the way you're talking about it just makes me angry.
The stuff that I put her through?
Yeah, I'm just saying, because how would a man look at somebody and take away something that wasn't given to them? That just gets me furious, because I have sisters, and oh boy, I will turn the camera off and go karate on them. But that's not the case right now. To hear your positivity and your passion to help people out there going through this, bringing your stuff out, it caused me a headache, because I will not have that strength in my pain to forgive. So ladies and gentlemen, please check out our book, Distant Sunrise, on Amazon.com, and F.A. Cole. And her first episode came out in this year as well, as LifeAfter FGM. We just have it here, and as you all know, she's an activist for female genital mutilation. So if you want to speak with her about, if you have something that you've gone through similar to what she has, you can actually go on her website. It's down below. You can read it, or email her, and you guys can talk. She's an open book. She will talk to you. She will let you know some of the stuff that she's been through and how she overcame it, and you too can overcome it. And F.A., do you have anything else to say to the public?
Oh yeah, just the scripture that I really love. It's in the book of John. It's John 10, chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the enemy has come to steal, kill, and destroy. But Jesus Christ has come so that you and I would have life and have it more abundantly. So I just want you to take, if you don't take anything from what we've said today, just pick up a Bible and search for John 10:10. It will let you know that the enemy will start, first of all, by killing everything that you believe in. Your faith in yourself, your faith in God, your faith in everything. And he will steal and destroy you, okay? But keep in mind that it didn't end there, because Jesus Christ came so that you and me can have life and have it in abundance.
Yep, well, you've heard her speak. Distant Sunrise, The Strength in the Pain to Forgive by F.A. Cole. Go on Amazon.com to get your copy. You really will be inspired. You've already have the website and the email. She's an open book. She'll be willing to talk to you. Go get her book, Distant Sunrise, The Strength in Her Pain to Forgive by F.A. Cole on Amazon.com. And this is the first and the last episode of Tea With Me that I'm going to host. Starting next week, the host for Tea With Me will be F.A. Cole. Yes, she will be the host for Tea With Me. Ladies and gentlemen, till next time. Tea With Me, F.A. Cole.